the top 3 ways to gain the leadership skills that you'll need. My name is Dr. Ko. We're talking about physician leadership. And you know what? There's so many physicians who are a little bit afraid to step into leadership or don't even know how. And so they might not even sign up for the number of positions that are growing in the United States. And with healthcare changing, healthcare organizations and executives know that they need physicians on board to help with outcomes and reduce costs. So I'm going to be talking to you with an expert. My name is Dr. Elsie Ko, and I'm the founder and CEO of Lead Physician Online Leadership Program. I'm also the CMO of American Endovascular and Amputation Prevention. Go to our YouTube channel and subscribe if you want to be notified for any future videos and also see previous ones. We're talking to Kurt Scott today. He's the CEO and the founder of a very important network that I think that physicians need to know about. Okay, it's called the Physician Leadership Career Network that he has formulated. And I asked Kurt, I said, why did you form this? What made you even think about it? You know, he's had over 30 years of experience in the executive recruiting and physician recruiting, and he's helped organizations, and now he's helping physicians find leadership roles without a fee on this network. So and the quote he gave me was, we really needed a platform exclusive to physician leadership. So I decided to create one myself. And he created this Physician Leadership Career Network, or PLC-Network.com, to fill the void and help physician leaders and those aspiring to lead to connect with healthcare organizations needing their leadership skills and fill their mission critical positions. So without further ado, let me bring Kurt Scott on board. Hi, Kurt. Good to see you again.
Good to see you, Elsie. Thanks for having me on your program.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you always bring so many interesting things. So we're talking about this topic that you brought up because you did that survey, right? Tell us a little bit about what you found out in a nutshell.
Well, I found out in the nutshell that there's so many physicians out there that are just starting their careers, or they're early career physician leaders, and they'll see positions out on various job boards and in journals and what have you. And they don't apply because they just aren't confident that they've got the skills they need to be able to be successful in those jobs. And the last thing they want to do is get into some role that they end up not being a fit for a variety of reasons and failing. It just ruins their future in terms of leadership and where they want to go ultimately with their careers.
Awesome. So then that's where we're talking about the top 3 ways, and we're going to just dive very quickly into this, and then you guys can go into this website of his to see the resources that he has. So let's talk about number 1.
So formal education. I see a lot of stuff on LinkedIn about whether I should get a master's. Is it worth it? So many people are pushing physicians away from getting a master's that is focused on healthcare and healthcare leadership. And, my philosophy on it is, how can education be bad? I mean, a physician's career is all based on years and years of education to acquire the skill set you need to be a physician. Why would you not do the same thing if you're going to be a physician leader? So I'm not buying that. I think that that's not good advice. I think that if you go into getting your master's because you want to get the 3 letters behind your name, okay, you're probably spending your money ill-wise, or how, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's not a good investment. I think you need to go into it with the attitude of gaining the skill sets, of learning the various aspects of healthcare and leadership and healthcare business, and be able to put those things, in your background that you can draw from when you're in leadership positions. So awesome. That's the first thing. I mean, do you agree, Elsie?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I myself got an executive master's in healthcare leadership, and I know that you've partnered with a couple universities, and we'll talk about that towards the end. And I certainly have. I was able to speak the lingo of the leaders, whereas before I felt a little hesitant. And not to say that you absolutely needed, but it makes things so much easier.
Yeah, exactly.
So here's the second one, leadership training.
So, in terms of leadership training, I mean, you lead a training program that helps physicians kind of bridge that master's program and the education you get with the real life leadership stuff that you deal with every day, from the soft skills, strategic planning, budgeting, uh, how do you put a business plan together, and how do you implement that, and how do you sell it, how do you sell your ideas to the C-suite, as an example. So the leadership training, I think, is a great way to bridge that from the formal education to the real life. To me, there's got to be something in the middle that helps bridge the two and make you more effective as a leader. So
Okay.
I encourage people to seek out these kinds of programs.
Yep, and we don't get that in medical school or residency, so that's so important. And the third thing that you've mentioned.
Yeah, personal brand formation. So I have physicians come to me that reach out and they're like, I can't get anybody in my organization to think of me as a leader. Or they'll come to me and say, I want to take my career in the direction of leadership, so I'm going to go elsewhere to find a position. And, one of the things that we'll end up talking about at some point is your own personal brand. How do people think about you? So it's not so important how they feel about you today. You can do self analysis. You can use self awareness, but it's very difficult to kind of delve into that. And to me, what's most important is what you want people to feel about you in terms of being a leader. So you have to develop that persona. You've got to
Mhm.
create that
That self-image.
yes, exactly, that self-image. So do you go excuse me, do you go into meetings and complain, or do you go into meetings and bring up points that need to be looked at, but providing possible solutions?
Right.
What you leaders are looked at to solve problems. And if you don't present that and present ideas to solve problems, it's hard to think about somebody as a leader.
Very good.
That's one of the things that you do. A big thing that you do as a leader is to solve problems. So, my thinking is, get yourself on some committees within your own organization. And then when you go to the meetings, be engaged, prepare, bring some ideas to the table to uh, help overcome obstacles and challenges that are faced within the particular situation that meeting pertains to.
Right. And I just want to add, I love these 3 points. I think the formal education will only get you so far. It's the personal brand, which I say is the development of your personal confidence and your personal, your self-esteem and your self-image, and understanding that you're really in control of what you're presenting out to people who are looking at you. So those are kind of soft skills, but they're also personal development skills that are so key to leadership. I didn't have that, and I remember being in executive meetings and freezing, and freezing
Right.
because I was scared of what I said might come out the wrong way. So when you learn to build your self-image, and there are tools that have been taught by generations of leaders past, then you will, I could not even speak to you like this on a podcast. I couldn't even develop my own leadership program. So when you learn these things, it's like, nothing phases you in terms of, having that fear to learn something new.
I totally agree. And I know that you touch on those things, and that's part of your program. And one of the things that I did was I went through the Dale Carnegie public speaking course. I used to get physically sick and throw up before I would have to get in front of even a small group of people to speak. Excuse me. And, a program like that helps you gain the confidence. And you're so right. The confidence is such a huge part of
that we discount it too sometimes, we don't even
Yes.
talk about it. So I'm glad
Yes.
we're talking about this, Kurt. Let's talk about some of the resources that you have on your website. Let me draw up your website. The main site that comes up looks like this, and tell us a little bit about it as I go through this.
Well, excuse me. It focuses on the jobs first. So physician leaders or those aspiring to lead have jobs that they can look at in an easy format. Physician leadership jobs are the only thing that we post. We do not post any non-physician jobs or non-physician leadership jobs. We do not post any advanced practitioner jobs. These are all physician leadership jobs. So It's easy. The jobs don't get lost among all of the other, postings out there. And it's easy because the categories are all based on your specialty, or categories like chief medical officer, where you could be of any specialty or
That's
a
right.
variety of specialties, academic positions, as an example. So, that's the big part, is the job board. So it gives you
And then you do have this.
That's right. Then we go to the resource center. So if you're looking for opportunities for education, leadership training, we have developed programs and relationships with Brown University, with Carnegie Mellon University, and and with you through Lead Physician.
Yeah, thank you for
There's your
that.
picture. And what we've done is negotiated a predefined reduction in tuition through the PLC scholarship program, the Physician Leadership Scholarship Program. So it makes it so much more affordable for physicians to be able to get the education, the leadership training they need. So I'm really proud of what we've been able to put together with all of these organizations. We have career coaches. So if you need to be able to sit down one-on-one with somebody and talk about where you want to go, where are you now, where you want to go, the end game goal, and put a plan together how to get there. Career coaching is great. Everybody at some point in their life could benefit from a coach.
Absolutely.
And so those are some of the resources that we've put together. There's a whole array of resources to help physicians get their career in the direction they want to go, gain the skill sets that they need, the confidence that they need. And, so I'm really proud of what we've put together with this. I didn't want just another job board.
Right.
I wanted something that was laser focused on physician leadership. And I wanted something that was just for them and for the organizations that are looking to fill their mission critical jobs with physician leaders.
Right.
So
you're actually creating a place where organizations can go to, where physicians the physicians that they're looking for will be looking through. So
Yes.
Thank you so much for that. Kurt, how can we reach out to you if somebody has a question?
You can email me at kurt@plc-network.com anytime. My contact information is on the site. So just reach out.
Awesome.
I am happy to answer questions and spend time with you. And I'm not doing this as a career coach. This is something that I just want to do to be able to help people. I've had a great career for 35 years.
Awesome.
And, helping physicians and physician leaders with their careers and find jobs. And this is just a way for me to kind of give back to what's been given to me over the years.
Wow. Thank you so much for that. Thank you for everybody for listening. If you have a topic on physician leadership, please reach out to me at info@drlcco.com. Also join us at leadphysician.org. If you're looking for that confidence and you're looking for getting that dream goal that you don't think you can do, that's what we do. Any last words for us, Kurt, as we close?
No, I'm just really thankful to be here and be able to share with people what we've put together. And, I'm just looking forward to the future.
Well, thank you so much for being on here. And until next time, everyone, we'll see you next time.